Hello, faggot lovers everywhere.
All right, here's the 411, folks.
Tell you what, man, it's been a long dang old time, man. But them no, just like a hammer, just like that dang old Homer, man.
In our day and age, game studios pump out some of the worst products in recent memory. Whether if it's a bug-riddled mess or some propaganda slop, the quality of said products are abysmal. Yet these same studios have the nerve to raise the prices on the dog shit they shovel out onto storefronts. With little to no quality assurance, lack of innovation, or whether if anyone with actual pattern recognition abilities will stomach the pig slop they put out on the trough.
Give me your money.
I beg your pardon?
Give me your money.
You would think there would be a call to arms with what studios are trying to get away with, but sadly the discourse surrounding these topics have been taken over by inconsistent content farming attention seeking grifters that don't really want this hobby to get better. Instead, they seek to profit off of it through revenue and internet fame. And to that, I say fuck each and every one of you fugazi useful idiots. And it's why I won't go to bat for any of you snakes. As inexcusable game studios are, they don't hold all the blame for how terrible gaming has become. You can add game journalists to that puzzle. Their collapse can't come soon enough. But the final ingredient to this unholy concoction are the shills. And this is not exclusive to fanboys. No, you've got paid shills, woke shills, and the ones that have been flying under the radar for far too long, the fake anti-woke shills. Lump them all together because they're all equally as retarded. They are hypocrites and lack morals, no shame in what they do, whether it's the studios they get in bed with or the studios they're willing to turn a blind eye to. And trust me, I know a thing or two about a blind eye. Like clockwork, these cocksuckers will hype up the next new woke slop or the next soon-to-be overrated glaze fest for motherfuckers with a gaming palette of tofu and English muffins, even when said game has not-so-subliminal DEI nonsense sprinkled in. But hey, it's a dev team of 33 people, and their first game. Gee, hopefully no one points out the fact that the dev team used to work for Ubisoft and have had years of experience developing games. Wouldn't want to crush that narrative. While new releases have their fair share of ideological fingerprints smeared on them, let's not forget that remakes are not safe either, even though the remake simps hate whenever you point this out. The fact is, a majority of these remakes are skippable and pale in comparison to their original counterparts. Additionally, what makes this more frustrating is that most of the people co-signing these remakes have been around when the original games came out. But they're with the normies mesmerized by this stuff, when they should be the ones that notice the pattern with these modern remakes the most, alongside those of us that do. Furthermore, this also rings true for most remasters. I'm looking at you, Capcom. What you clowns did to Onimusha 2 and Dead Rising 1 just shows how pussy you've become. Trading your soul to ESG and DEI is sad, but what's even more pathetic are the morons that think you guys are firing at all cylinders. So while Capcom's biggest shills get erections whenever they show off something new, I won't hold my breath in excitement knowing their track record as of late. The same could be said for Square Enix. They too are ruining their games with wokeness and terrible leadership. Just look at what they did with the Dragon Quest III Remaster, and don't get me started on Final Fantasy VII Kingdom Hearts Fan Fiction Edition, or better known as Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth. It's absolutely shameful how they handled remaking FF7. But at least there's the mainline Final Fantasy games, like Game of Thrones Devil May Cry Edition. Oh yeah, that was dog shit too, never mind. I'd rather give Octopath Traveler 2 and Fantasia Neo Dimension my time and money. And before I forget, Sega, Bandai Namco, and Atlas are some of the Eastern studios that are spreading their ass cheeks for ESG and DEI as well. Circling back to new releases, what people are to expect for this generation, games such as Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei, Fable Reboot, The Witcher 4, Intergalactic, and The Outer Worlds 2. All that look like absolute ass to anyone flapping their gums about peak gaming, or best year in gaming go take your ass to Arkham Asylum. But please, go ahead and tell me, you can't judge the game before it releases. Let's give them a chance. Let's wait and see. I don't want to sound like an extremist. Well, I'll judge it after I play myself. Sure, let's stop noticing patterns and be mindless consumer pigs. Also, remember what fake anti-woke YouTubers want you to believe, that woke is dead. When in actuality, they just want to play woke slop without looking like the hypocrites that they are. The same morons that defended Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and the Oblivion remaster. But perhaps the fake anti-woke YouTubers want us to reserve judgment on Reloaded. After all, we don't want to seem like extremists. I mentioned The Outer Worlds 2, a game that as of right now is priced at $80. Mind you, this game shouldn't be priced at $60, let alone $80. But you know what else shouldn't be priced at $80? Nintendo games. Now I don't think Nintendo gets enough flack. They're usually 10 steps behind from a tech standpoint and pump out the same games over and over again. A lot of which can't even sustain a stable frame rate despite the textures looking like a bowl of soup. So to anyone that bought a Switch 2 and support their egregious business practices, fuck you. You guys are hurting gaming, especially the ones who made fake outrage videos and posts yet still bought that overpriced, underpowered piece of shit. Hell, if anyone who was raging about the Switch 2 ends up buying it down the line, then you guys are just as bad. Now if GTA 6 ends up going for $100, we'll get ready for other studios to follow suit. And when that happens, modern gaming will get even worse. People will be spending upwards of $80 to $100 on a bunch of Assassin's Creed Shadows and Mind's Eyes, all while shills protect their favorite companies because God forbid some of us have common sense. The games industry has been compromised by activists. We see on social media, and we see during these shitty showcases and award shows time after time. Or even better, we see it in the games they make. Listen, at some point, you have to stop huffing on the copium and come to the realization that the hobby you enjoy has seen better days.
That's true.
If gaming keeps going downhill, then I have no problem sticking with older games from generations that eclipses this current one. But I'll keep speaking the truth for what I believe will be better in gaming. And unlike the fake anti-woke shills, I won't turn the other cheek because of a fucking Steam chart or to look like a good little centrist. And I most certainly will not support any of these shitty games from the usual suspects. I'll say what needs to be said without giving them a dime or storage space. Because I know to the shills these games are diamonds, but in actuality, they're dollar store cubic zirconias. Keep in mind that shills on either side will ignore red flags and even blatant inclusions of the wokeness they fight against, as long as the game piques their interest or if they are enjoying the game for whatever reasons. So don't fall for the gaslighting and grifting. Gaming won't heal as long as the shills keep the bright skies from shining and keep us right here in the dark ages of gaming.
I just would like to say to all of you, kiss my ass, you rotten motherfuckers.